we made it to Sumeru, our next objective should be to head to Sumeru City. And speaking of Lesser Lord Kusanali, even though we haven't heard too much about her, she doesn't seem to be the same. But even so, people call Sumeru the Nation of Wisdom, you know. If we can get a chance to meet... But, Paimon doesn't know the way to Sumeru City. Maybe we can climb up to that spot. Even if we can't see exactly where the city is, at least we'll be able to... Wait a second. Look! Perfect timing! Now we can just ask for directions rather than wander around like lost and... Hey there! We're not from around here and seem to have gotten a little lost. We'd like... Huh? Did they not hear Paimon? Hey! You over there! Could you give us some directions?
Huh?
What's going on here? There's no way she could have missed that. Wait! Could she be ignoring... Well, even so, she might be heading someplace where we could find other people to ask. When we get the chance, we'll just ask someone else for directions. Come on, let's follow her. Just keep quiet. Make sure she doesn't notice us. To a village or something, but it looks like that's not the case. Look, she's sitting over there. Wait, she couldn't possibly be... what should we do now? Do we try asking her for directions? All right then. It's not like we have anyone else we can ask, even if she's not very friendly. Oh. It's coming from that sensor over there. This is definitely not your typical... Huh? What's the matter? You don't look too good. What? Is the smell making you feel sick? Strange. What's happening? Traveler? This is no time for a nap.
Yes, you can relax. Believe me, Master is extremely knowledgeable. If he says that he's going to be alright, then there's absolutely nothing to worry about. Oh, are you awake now?
Oh, thank goodness! Traveler, you're finally awake! Well, we're at... good question. Where?
This is Gandharvaville. It was originally built by scholars from Sumeru as a place to rest in the rainforest. Now it's mainly used by the forest ranger. My name is Colley. I'm a trainee forest ranger. My master and I found you passed out during our... Oh, no things are necessary. I didn't do anything, really. By the way, how are you feeling now? Any discomfort? Oh, that's Master's herbal medicine you're tasting. He gave you some while you were unconscious. Before I forget, Master mentioned you should take more medicine once you wake... Whoops!
Colley, what's the matter? Were you trying to retrieve the medicine? As I've already told you, you must...
Sorry, Master.
Now, the guide to Avidya Forest's edible fungi is clearly posted on our bulletin board. But if Farbode forgets which...
Right? This is the second time he's come down with food poisoning this month. I'll be sure to give a...
Yes, please do. If, on the off chance, Farbode simply enjoys having little imaginary fairies dance before his eyes, then we'll... So, how are you doing?
Oh, this is my master, Forest Watcher Tignari. He is chief officer over all the range...
I already informed Paimon about the reason you fell unconscious earlier. It is common practice for Sumeru scholars of certain darshans to dedicate themselves to training and meditation in isolated areas, particularly the nearby forest. In hopes of asking directions, you two followed a scholar... That incense typically has no effect on most people, but for a very select few, it can have profound effects on one's cognition. Very good. Now, answer me this. Did you feel anything after passing out? Say, any out-of-body experiences? Or did you see anything while unconscious? Colley, let the others know to stop bringing their patrol logs here for now.
Huh? Why?
Because these two will be staying here for the next few days. They can have my room and I'll bunk with Amir. Now get a move on.
Yes, Master Tignari.
Wait, hold on a second. Can you tell us what's going on?
Sure, let me fill you in. I originally planned to send you on your way once you finished your medicine. However...
Further observation?
No need to be hasty. As long as you have the capacity to judge between right and wrong, I promise, based on what you saw after smelling the incense and losing consciousness, we can conclude that you experienced a powerful hallucination. If you're skeptical, have a whiff of this.
Oh, are you okay?
You're experiencing a similar sensation as when you passed out, aren't you? So even though your condition is stable as of now, if I were to haphazardly let you leave, the rainforest is home to many fierce animals and hazardous areas. If something... For now, I suggest you continue taking your medicine each day and avoid wandering off. Good. Now continue resting while I fire up another bowl of medicine for you.
Seriously? We just arrived in Sumeru and we're already having problems left and... Paimon knows we're set on meeting Lesser Lord Kusanali as soon as possible, but you hey! Are you even listening to Paimon? Paimon's... What's weird? You mean how you're feeling now? You mean the vision of tree roots and red skies you saw? But if those weren't hallucinations, what could they be? Well, considering how unique you are, Paimon trusts your judgment. If he misjudged your condition, then there's a chance you could get... Huh? You mean that Tignari already knows that what you saw weren't hallucinations? Oh, Paimon gets it now. That explains why you were so quiet earlier. Well, that settles it then. We'll stay here to rest up and figure... But it seems like asking Tignari might not be an option anymore. What do you think we should do? Good idea. Colley's pretty friendly. We can ask her tomorrow about what she knows regarding the dendro... Rise and shine! Come on, it's time to go find Colley!
Yes,
All right, next let's see right hand. But please remember that you still need to be careful.
Yes, I will. By the way, Master, I still haven't received the...
Look, Colley, today's patrol will be a long one, so you won't be coming along this time. Besides, there's a chance we may...
But I have a vision too!
Don't talk like that, Colley. This is not something you need to be worrying about right now. Ah, there you are. Feeling any better?
Yeah, since we'll be staying here for now, we thought we might as well try lending a hand around here.
Seems you're not the type to sit back and take it easy for a while, huh? And if you're feeling up to it, you can be responsible for cleaning the
Tignari, we're ready to head out.
Roger, I'll be right there. All right, we'll be heading into the forest now.
Yes, you can count on me.
So, Colley, what exactly are we going to be doing today? Tignari mentioned cleaning the statue just now, but, that doesn't really sound like the job for a ranger.
Well, a forest ranger's responsibilities can be pretty diverse. They handle a variety of tasks, like checking the condition of outlying roads, maintaining forest facilities, ensuring fire prevention standards are met. As for Master, well, he has to handle more dangerous areas of the range. Today we can perform routine checks on the pathway lamps as we make our way to the Statue of the Seven. Paimon, Traveler, this way! You can leave the task of checking the lamps to me. In the meantime, you two can keep an eye out for anything unusual. Nothing wrong with these two lamps. Let's move to the next ones. Oh, this lamp seems to be getting a little wobbly. Let me make a note of it. No problems with this lamp. Good. The Statue of the Seven is up on top of that large rock formation. It's pretty high up there, isn't it? Don't worry. If you're afraid you can't make it up there, I'm sure Oh? I guess I'll leave it up to you then. There's not much...
Paimon will fly up with you and help you with those hard-to-reach areas. By the way, Colley, do you know anything about the Dendro Archon?
That depends. Are you referring to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata?
Huh? Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? Oh, is that the name of the former Dendro Archon?
Uh-huh. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was Sumeru's first Dendro Archon. She created the rainforest as well as the wall of Samio. To the people of Sumeru, she's not only a symbol of wisdom, but also of power and kindness. Unfortunately, she disappeared on a great... According to what Masters told me, the sages later found the newly born Dendro Archon and wished to celebrate the reinstatement of their lost deity. The sages dubbed her Lesser Lord Kusanagi.
Uh-huh. Then what happened?
Well, and then...
Huh? You're not too sure?
Yeah, I'm from...
Maybe it's difficult to discuss this topic with strangers.
No, it's not that. I'm not trying to hype... Anyway...
Wait, Amber? You mean...
Yes, that's her. I once lived in Mondstadt for a while, and she helped... There's no one like Amber. She lives life to the fullest while always adhering to her strong sense of justice. She's ready to answer the call for action at any... If you ask me, she's a prime example of a true outrider. She's the first person anyone coming to Mondstadt will meet. You can't help... sorry.
Paimon thought the work of Outriders was a little different.
Sorry. I was rambling on just now.
It's alright, Colley. Knowing that you're a friend of Amber somehow makes So, how do you know that we've met Amber?
Well, after I returned to Sumeru, Amber and I have stayed in touch by writing each other letters. In one letter, she mentioned that Mondstadt was attacked by a fearsome dragon, but the city was saved by a mysterious blonde traveler and their floating companion. I knew you two were the ones she mentioned in the letter the moment I saw you. But,
so that's how you knew.
Yep, so please know that you two have my complete trust. Really. I wish I could tell you more about the Archon, but I have been away from Sumeru for some time. And
That's alright. You've already helped us a lot. We had never even heard of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or the Sanctuary of Suristan.
Oh, I'm happy that was helpful. There is one thing I want to ask, though. Why do you two want to know about the Archon? So that's why you're here.
Don't mention it. We are friends after all. Alright, we have a statue.
You both have my thanks. While you two are up there cleaning, I'll go ahead and inspect the forest.
Now that Paimon looks at it, the deity that's carved on the statue is kinda small. Do you think she's supposed to be Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or Lesser Lord Kusanali? The name does seem to fit the statue somehow. Well, anyway, we'll have to figure that out. Let's get started on cleaning the statue. Paimon will fly up and take care of... Nice work! That's one clean statue. Let's head down and meet up with Colley. Colley, we're back!
Welcome back! You must be tired after all that climbing. Let's take a little break.
Yay! Food! What kind of goodies did you bring? Hey, don't be a party pooper. It's not like Colley is a stranger or anything. Besides,
I prepared a nice portable dish that forest rangers like to eat called pita pockets. Whoops!
No! You dropped it on the ground!
Not to worry. I wrapped a few layers of oiled paper around each pita. They should be fine.
Oh, whew. Paimon nearly had a heart attack. Those pitas are amazing! You're quite the... Thank goodness you wrapped them in paper. Paimon wouldn't have been able to sleep at night knowing something so tasty had been
You really know how to compliment the chef, Paimon. Since you liked it so much, I'll be sure to give you a copy of the recipe sometime.
Yay! Thanks, Colley! It's hard to believe someone...
Oh!
Colley, don't you think that tignari... Paimon knocks stuff over all the time flying around the Traveler, but he's never said anything.
No, you've got the wrong idea about Master. Sure, he may seem a bit harsh at first. I've heard the veteran rangers say that Master is from some ancient and mysterious race that is known for their cunning wit and reclusive... Oh, by the way, you've heard of the Academia, right? Well, anyway, because Master does a lot of research on plants. Sages from the Academia, but Master declines their offers every time. Seems you already know him well. Anyway, I'm sure this Master could obviously have a bright future in the Academia, but he insists on sticking to the path of a Forest Watcher. Every day he helps the locals of the forest. In fact, Master's the one who taught me how to make pita pockets.
Really? Paimon would have never guessed that. Oh, speaking of Tignari, he was the one who took care of you after... Paimon's still kinda upset, though. He kept scolding Paimon the entire...
Oh no, I'm sorry. Master might have been overreacting a little, but it's mostly because Paimon wouldn't stop yelling, "Why, oh why? Is he going to die?"
Hey! Don't laugh! Hey! Now even Colley's starting to laugh! Ugh, that's it! Paimon won't forget this! It's time...
No! Don't touch me!
Oh, sorry, Colley. Paimon didn't mean to scare you.
No, I just...
Colley, are you okay? What's the matter?
No, I'm fine. Oh, well, it's getting late now. Let's hurry back to
Huh? What was up with Colley just now? And why is she in such a hurry all of it?
Ah, Traveler. You've returned.
Yep, we're back!
Oh, Colley? Yes, I saw her go.
Oh, okay.
I'm dead on my feet.
Paimon was thinking all night about what happened with Colley, and still can't figure out what the problem might be. Maybe she's in a better mood now. Let's go check on her.
Ah, it's you two. I was just about to go look for you.
Huh? Tignari? What are you doing here? Where's Colley?
I came to check on Colley's condition.
You mean she's sick? How could she be...
No need to worry. Something as small as you could never harm her. This sick Colley has been more excited than usual since you two arrived. A little too much so, to be honest. I suppose it's understandable, though.
So, Tignari, what's...
Let's take this conversation elsewhere. Colley just fell asleep after taking her medicine. All right, let's continue our conversation here, shall we? To be honest, I hadn't realized that you're... So, just to clarify, what I'm about to tell you about Colley, well, because Colley asked me, and honestly speaking, I was against Colley revealing her past, but she insisted, saying you two treated her with sincerity.
So, Tignari, what exactly is wrong with Colley?
Right. Ever since she was a child, she's been afflicted.
Elazar?
Yes, it's a disease unique to the lands of Sumeru. It is character. At first, the afflicted may only feel mild numbness on the affected area of the skin. However, as the disease progresses, one may begin feeling fatigued. In its final stages, the disease strips a person of the ability to control their own body.
That sounds terrifying. Wait, hold on. So when Colley seemed to be acting a little clumsy earlier?
Correct. That would be the effects of Elazar, which is precisely why I do not... With appropriate treatment, the disease can be effectively controlled before it progresses to a more serious stage. Nevertheless, Colley's mother still hoped that there was something out there. She handed Colley over to an organization known as the Fatui after one of their members lied.
What?
Ah, it appears you are already familiar with them. Anyway, the person who eventually rescued Colley and brought her to me for care said that she had been given to a harbinger known as the Doctor. I have no idea how this doctor managed to do it, but her case of Elazar was completely stable. However, Colley's days with the Fatui were anything but pleasant. Colley is a resilient individual and always tries to appear cheerful, but her experience with the Fatui has left...
Oh, Paimon had no idea, Colley.
Oh, by the way, Paimon, Colley wanted me to tell you that she's sorry for scaring you yesterday. She also wanted both of you to know that she's sorry for...
She doesn't need to apologize. None of this is her fault at all.
Well said. I hope you'll get a chance to tell her that in person the next time you see her. Colley once thought that it would be impossible for her to have any real friendships. I trust...
Don't worry, Tignari. We'll take good care of her.
Well, it's not too serious at this point. She overexerted herself the last couple... Though, I must admit that Colley's condition was much more stable. She was interested in the work of the forest rangers the moment she saw us. I could see that she was her stamina has gotten much worse recently. Though a moderate amount of physical exercise is all... All right. Now that I've told you about Colley's past, I think I'll head into the rainforest to find some ingredients.
Yeah, we'd like to do something.
All right. But I must warn you two. The rainforest is a dangerous place, especially for...
No problemo.
Let's go then. We'll be looking for a plant known as lunar lotus. It's often used to help those afflicted with Elazar recover...
Hey, Tignari? Where exactly are we going to find this plant?
Lunar lotus can be found all over the rainforest, but it often grows right here around Gandharvaville.
Given the name, it sounds like we should be looking for it in the water.
You are correct. Lunar lotus grows in the water. When fully matured, they look like giant blue flowers floating on the water's surface. Quite an attractive species, if you ask me. The large petals are actually the plant's leaves and sepals, which surround a very small flower. You should note that many of the plants found in Sumeru have names that are contrary to their species. Take the culp. There should be lunar lotuses growing somewhere in this area. If you could we'll rendezvous here once you've gathered the needed amount.
All right, we've gathered enough lunar lotuses. Let's head back to meet Tignari. Hey, Tignari! We found the lotuses you requested.
Let me take a look. Good. I'm quite glad you two came along. Your exploration experience helped save me a lot of time here.
Hey, Tignari!
Oh, Tignari, someone's calling your name. They're dressed like a forest ranger.
Ah, yes, that's Amir and the others. But didn't they just set off not too... Let's go find out what's going on.
Tignari, thank goodness we found you here. We were just about to head back and find you at Gandharva.
What's going on?
We just discovered a withering zone.
The withering is back? But the patrol route you were on should have been... Can you tell me the exact location?
It's up ahead, deep in the river valley. It's appeared in a spot that blocks nearly the entire narrow part of the valley area. So we decided to come...
And the radius of the contamination?
Sorry, I couldn't get a clear enough view to tell.
No one in our patrol team had a vision, and it appeared to still be spreading. So we didn't risk getting any closer.
Okay, I understand. You made the right decision. I'll go deal with it right away. In the meantime, please guide these two back to Gandharvaville.
Wait, Tignari, why don't you let us help you?
You two have only just arrived in Sumeru. You're still unfamiliar with many things in these lands. There's a unique type of anomaly that occurs in the Sumeru rainforest. The affected areas not only cause nearby vegetation to wither, but it's also lethal to wildlife and even people. If you don't carry a vision that...
Yes, Amir is absolutely right. I wasn't kidding when I said the rainforest is a... As Amir said, only someone with a vision, that is, the power to manipulate elements.
That's right. If any of the forest rangers without a vision come across a withering zone, only someone with a vision can venture within a withering zone and find a way. But you don't seem to carry a vision.
Don't worry. He may not have a vision, but he's a real pro at using the power of the...
It seems the rumors about you are true. In that case, all right, you two may accompany me. We typically only teach visitors how to identify the withering as they're about to leave Gandharvaville. We'll make an exception today. Stop. Don't move any further. Look there in the distance.
Huh? Where? Oh, look! Those plants have withered! Oh, Paimon doesn't like the look of this.
That is the withering. All right, traveler. We're going to have to enter that withering zone. Once inside, we'll need to look for what we call tumors of the withering. Thank you. But I must warn you. Don't push yourself. Even with elemental powers, once you step inside the withering zone, you may experience extreme discomfort. If at any point it becomes too much, return... You ready then? Let's go. First, we must locate any branches sustaining the withering zone.
Shine down! Time for retribution! Time to go. The wind knows me. Time to go.
Great work. Now that all the branches have been cleared, we'll need to take care of the tumor.
As one with wind and cloud, one with nature. Everybody stand back!
Now, destroy the tumors of the withering.
We did it! Everything's returning to normal now!
Yes, thanks to you two. We were able to
Tignari? You make it sound like we did well, but why does Paimon...
It's that obvious, huh? Alright, it's... Recently the rate at which the withering zone appears has been increasing. Even though we were able to quickly... If that simply meant more work for me, then that wouldn't be an issue. But it's far more severe than... For instance, even though we cleared out the withering zone, many of the plants that were affected will not recover. This presents a crisis for the ecosystem itself. Many plants in the rainforest are... And most disturbingly, as the appearances of withering zones have started to increase...
Huh? Well, why's that?
I'm still not sure of the exact reason. However, I've received word from acquaintances... No, none that we know of. The withering has been recorded in Sumeru for millennia. By the way, have you heard of Irminsul before? Irminsul is a tree located deep beneath the surface. Although it isn't like any tree we know in a biological sense. You can basically think of it as a large... I'm sure you've heard of ley lines, right? They're like the roots of Irminsul, spreading and extending from a massive cavern deep underground, all the way up to the surface. Ley lines continually absorb the memories of this world, which are then funneled into Irminsul. The Dendro Archon is known as the God of Wisdom because her consciousness is direct. And as for the Withering, its emergence is related to a disease that's affecting it. That's right. My ancestors learned of this from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's familiars a long time ago. I'm afraid we Rangers will be battling the Withering Zones here for a long time until a cure is... All right, that's enough on this topic for the time being. Now that we've taken care of things here, it's time for us to head back to Gandhar.
Time to go.
Oh, Tignari, you all made it back. How did it go?
The Withering Zone you reported has been taken care of. No need to worry. Huh. Wait, is that... Oh no, Hypatia!
Huh? What's wrong, Tignari?
This Duskbird is Hypatia's designated courier for urgent news. You do remember her, don't you? She's the scholar you and Paimon...
Oh, her? How could we forget?
Let me see what's written in the letter first. Oh.
So what's it say? And what's with that weird expression on your face? Just let Paimon read it. Huh? All Paimon sees are 3 squiggly lines.
Yes, allow me to explain. After we brought you from Hypatia's cave to Gandharvaville, she must have just finished. It's been nearly 3 days since she's had anything to eat, and it appears she's forgotten to prepare some rations. This letter is her asking us for help.
What? You mean she's been sitting there for 3 days? Hey, wait, how did you know all that from just a few lines?
Well, obviously because this has happened before. Last time she drew 5 lines. And by the time we found... Needless to say, Hypatia's been through worse, but we should still get to her as quickly as possible. I've got some emergency rations set aside for times like these.
Wait, you want us to bring her the rations? But will the traveler be okay if her cave is still filled with that funny...
Let's find out. Here, traveler, take a smell and see. So, how do you feel?
Huh? Really? You're not feeling even a little drowsy? But wait, how'd you know that he'd be okay this time, Tignari?
Back when we were clearing the Withering Zone, I observed that he could adeptly manipulate the... And if I may ask, when I was telling you two about Irminsul's ley lines, was what I described similar at all to what you saw while you were... That's correct. Those weren't hallucinations at all. Though I don't intend to... Because what you saw is of significant importance. My forefathers were shown much favor by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. We took an oath to protect this nation together with her. Now, after seeing you in action with my own eyes, you have earned my confidence. When you passed out, your consciousness had connected directly with Irminsul. I could try to tell you more, but it would be better if you went to ask Hypatia instead. Her focus on meditation and use of spirit-born...
That sounds nice and all, but will she really help us?
That was because when you ran into her, she was in a special phase of her training. During that... Please, wait here for a... Here, take these. It's a meal I packed for Hypatia, as well as some other ingredients. Also, here's a letter that I would like you to give to her. Just show it to her and she'll answer, no. I should be the one thanking you.
Acacia should still be in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's doing.
Follow the wind.
Hypatia should still be in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's doing. Hello? Hypatia? Hey, there's nobody here. Maybe she went out to look for some food. Let's try looking around the area. Hypatia, are you... There's no way we can get her to eat in her current condition. Let's try finding some... Huh? Wait, why does it look super foggy out? Huh? How'd things out here end up looking like this? What happened? And where are we? Really? Oh, maybe you're right. Let's go.
Time to go.
Wow, this place is huge. Paimon knew there's something off about that cave. Let's think of a way to get over there and have a closer look. Who knows? Maybe we'll find a lead of some kind.
wind knows me. Verdict is...
Now you shall perish! Ha! There is no escape!
Into the wind. Time to go. I follow the wind.
What in Tibet is going on here? This place is getting weirder by the minute. Hey, what's the matter? You don't look so good.
Time to go.
Well. Looks like we meet again.
The Abyss Herald! What are you planning to do in this
Strange place. Plotting. Bow before the abyss!
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
Illusion shattered!
Time for retribution! One with nature.
Torn to oblivion!
Huh? Why can't we beat this guy? Oh, Paimon doesn't get it! We faced others like him before! What's wrong this time?
Traveler, though you may have managed to avert countless crises before, your good fortune was bound to end sooner or later. It's time you realize how weak and powerless you really are. Your sister. Oh, pitiful traveler. Are you really so... Her Highness Highness has long since forsaken you. Your meager existence in her eyes is that the bonds of love and family which drive you to find your sibling are utterly gone. Your journey is meaning, but don't you fret now. Today will be your
What do we do? Oh, there she is! Quick, let's see how she's doing. Well, the good news is that she's still conscious. Hey, why'd you drop her? Oh, guess that makes sense. Anyways, we can talk about this later. We better make sure Whoa, wait a sec. Look at all this fruit lying around her. We can put that...
Who is there? Tignari, is that you? Huh?
It's okay. You can relax, Hypatia. Tignari sent us here to bring you some food and water. Here.
I see. So, you're friends of Tignari. I apologize for all. I'm grateful that you came so quickly to save me. You even brought all this fruit.
Well, actually, we didn't bring the fruit. We were kind of wondering about that, actually. When we found you here, there was all this fruit lying around and even some juice dripping from your lip.
Oh, really? I seem to understand now. All the fruit was likely
Your neighbor? You mean there's someone else living nearby?
Oh? So you're able to see them too?
Wait, hold on a second, Traveler. You say that before we arrived, you saw some mysterious creature and
No, I actually do believe what the traveler is saying. I myself had a similar experience once before and ended up... You needn't worry. They mean you no harm. They only dragged you into the dream because...
So, Hypatia, just what kind of creature is your neighbor exactly?
I'm not sure what it's called, to be honest. But I know this because the first time I saw them was also the exact day my consciousness was able to form a connection with Even after I opened my eyes and stopped meditating, my heart was still pounding, and my mind was racing. And at that very moment, I suddenly noticed a small figure at the... In my curiosity, I began to walk over to the creature. They must have already been used to me living in the cave, because they didn't seem to... It wasn't until I crouched down next to them that they suddenly realized...
Oh! And then?
And then I had a dream. By the time I came to, they were... I was convinced they'd never show up again. But sure enough, I feel like they aren't as afraid of me as the first time I approached them. But I never would have expected... Yes, no doubt about that. By the way... Sorry about that. Sounds like just...
Well, if somebody hadn't dropped the food earlier... Anyway, look, all right, we're up, Traveler. Today's menu will feature Sweet Madame.
Sounds good. I've never tried any dishes from other nations before. I certainly look forward to it.
Let's use the empty box that Tignari... Oh, it smells
Are you already finished cooking? Smells delectable. I'm truly thankful whenever I can enjoy. Even though everything you mentioned was in Tignari's letter, it's still hard to believe you were able to connect with Irminsul immediately after. It took me nearly 3 years before I could do so. And everyone at the Academia even lauded me as— You should know that some researchers spent their entire lives without ever successfully connecting with—
So why does this incense allow people to connect to Irminsul?
The ingredients used to make spirit-born ale primarily consist of plants created by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. These special ingredients are conducive to heightening our— Since the root of the Dendro Archon's power lies within Irminsul, we can occasionally tap in— Naturally, anyone who can establish a connection with Irminsul in their first ever attempt must be a person of great—
Makes sense. But Paimon's got a question.
That was primarily due to his body's unique constitution. Stimulated by the incense, he could perceive the Dendro Archon's power and experience the sensory overload. Taking in any sense similar to the ingredients of Spirit-born Ale would— Not to worry, though. It appears you've already fully recovered. Technically, your body should still be sensitive to the powers of the Dendro Archon. But unless you're using intentional—
Well,
I must admit, I am quite envious of your abilities. Even if it meant suffering from pounding headaches for the rest of my—
Whoa! You're really serious about this whole thing, aren't you?
I am a researcher after all. As a member of the Ritaoist Darshan at the Academia, my main area of research is the stars and their connection to the fate of living beings. But there is still so much we don't— Which is why I must turn to the all-knowing Irminsul for answer. If only my perception wasn't so limited. Unfortunately, I cannot guarantee that my every attempt to attune with Irminsul will be— I am currently in the stage of training known as Satyavada life. Many researchers in Sumeru have lost their minds. Sages have said that Irminsul contains divine knowledge, and touching such knowledge without the proper preparations and ability— That's why we meditate alone. We need to ensure that our minds will be calm.
Whoa! So knowledge from Irminsul can be—
Of course I do. Especially during nights that are pitch black. However, I've been feeling I believe that being able to see them is a sort of blessing from the— But what's strangest of all is that they're clearly an envoy of the God of Wisdom herself. And
What's so strange about that? It doesn't sound so out of place for a divine—
Well, it's strange because nearly nobody in Sumeru—
Huh. Is that—
Yes, well, to an extent. Only children can dream in Sumeru. Adults, however, never do. The sages say that wisdom implies rationality, but that which occurs in dreams— Yes, if one struggles with anxieties, those emotions could influence their— The fact that the people of Sumeru do not have dreams is seen as a blessing. I was born into a family of scholars in Sumeru City. Ever since I was a child, I studied hard, enrolled as a student in the Academia, and went on to— But then, on the day I scared the little Aranara, it was incredible. Though I don't exactly remember what I saw. Back then, I was foolish and ignorant as any youth would be. Just be sure not to speak of this if you try—
So, do you have any thoughts about the things he saw when he—
Sorry. World? If only I could ascend past Satyavada life and begin— If you two are ever in the area again, there's no need to be thanking me. You two are my saviors.
Now that we know Hypatia is alright and had the chance to ask her some questions, Paimon—
Think about it, Tignari. Refusing to join is tantamount to burying your head. I understand that you're a forest watcher, and that it's your duty to combat the effects of withering zones. But as Sage Kage clearly stated, your presence and guidance in Sumeru City is pivotal in finding a—
Keep your emotions in check, Gulam. Let's at least listen to Tignari's—
Sage Kage, I am truly honored that you came here in person, but I am merely a forest watcher. How could the great minds of the—
Well, it turns out that your refusal letter had some implications on your
I see. Huh. And I figured that given—
Tignari, your master is an integral part of this—
And what exactly does my master need of me, Sage?
You'll know once you've arrived.
And how long will I be required to stay?
There's no definite—
Do you mean to tell me that despite coming all the way here to Gandharvaville, you still can't answer the questions If that's the case, then I'm afraid I cannot give you a definite answer either.
Tignari, but you—
So be it. Come, Gulam, we're leaving.
Tignari, what was that all?
It's nothing. Some people from the academia wanted me to go to Sumeru City to assist them with a project. But all that can wait. How did things go with Hypatia?
It was quite the eventful trip, but the main thing is that she's safe and—
Very good. Now that the traveler has made a full recovery, there shouldn't be any reason for—
That's right! We want to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali and ask her for advice.
Sorry. I'm afraid I don't have any advice for you.
Well, do you at least know—
Let me think. My trips to Sumeru City have been fair. How about this? I'll write you a letter of introduction that you can give to a researcher I know. Also, when you enter Sumeru City, you'll probably end up receiving something like this item here.
Oh? What is it?
It's called an Akasha Terminal. It's a tool produced by the academia that Needless to say, this device and its usage fall under the academia's expertise.
Great! Next up, Sumeru City! That's right! Tignari, we have something important to say to Colley.
Yes, she's doing much better. After being confined to her bed all this time, I thought a little walk would do her some good. She knew you two would be leaving soon, so she must have wanted to see you.
Thanks, Tignari. All right.
Farewell.
I've been waiting for you to—
Thanks for waiting here just to see us off, Colley. We're headed to Sumeru City.
Don't worry about me. I can take care of myself. My condition won't be getting in the way of my duties. I want to be I'm sorry. I should have told you both, but I guess now I understand that the most important thing is—
There's no need to apologize, Colley. We should be thanking you for trust. We're probably still gonna worry about your condition, but that's—
Thank you. That means a lot. Before you—
Oh? What is it?
It's my recipe for pita pockets. I told you that I'd give you a copy, remember?
Yay! Thanks, Colley. Now we can eat those scrumptious little—
I hope that whenever you eat them, you'll both remember your time here in Gandharv. Well then, I, trainee Forest Ranger Colley, bid you both farewell. Please visit Gandharvaville again.